You can watch that. So here we go. 3-minute stars.
There we go. Hello, my name is Susan Wolf, and I'm the teacher of Gifted and Talented Self-Contained Classroom in Boise, Idaho. We've got snow in Idaho, that's why I'm dressed warm. Well, education is about respecting children as human beings and supporting, not suppressing their passion, curiosity, and talent. If schools can do just that, our children will become global, creative, and entrepreneurial. I've loved this quote from Yang Zhou. He's a professor from the University of Oregon. And I believe it's time for education to value a student's personalized journey to teach the tools and technology which allow students to be self-directed and deeply and meaningfully engaged in projects that are intrinsically motivating. Our panel discussion is about self-directed learning, which is not new, and it's certainly not new in my classroom where I am a co-creator. But a new layer of complexity and richness and experience came in the form of my librarian, my teacher librarian, who introduced herself as such, and who invited me to collaborate.
My name is Linda Ruling, and I am a librarian in Boise, Idaho. My calling was, I was an educator for 35 years, K through the university level. Didn't think I could do 36. An opportunity came my way to be a librarian, and I took it, thinking that if I could teach for 36 years, I could certainly be a teacher librarian. Oh no. And if you join our panel, I'll be glad to tell you more about that. But it was a very disappointing first year or so for me, because having never seen the other side of the library than being a teacher that dropped her children off, I thought it was this wonderful experience, and I was so excited to share with kids and get them excited about different things. But those kids came in like cookie cutters with books. Those teachers dropped them off for their prep time. And I was pretty devastated. After a year or so, along came Susan, and I thought, I'm going to try again. So I walked into her room one afternoon, and I said, what are we going to do with your kids? That started our journey.
And we are at table one.
Thank you. All right. Okay. Here we go.
All right. My name is Julie Williams. I'm a library media specialist in Sanford, Maine. I've been a librarian for about 5 years, and I was a teacher before that in many different grades. Today I'm going to show you my little bee box. I received these from a grant about a year ago, and it's really revitalized kind of the maker movement and viewing computer programming in the library. I do both lessons with them, and I allow the students to use them during recess time and free play and in our makerspace. So I will show you what we've been doing with these. Primarily, first and second graders have been using them, but I've been using them as far up as fifth graders. And we also now have some ProBots, which are a little bit more complex, and I can show you what we've been doing with them as well. And that's all I have to say.
Yay. Thank you. Now watch where they go so you'll know where to go.
Do I hit this to get the next slide?
Yeah, there.
I'm Margaret Sullivan, or Peg Sullivan. I'm a consultant and an author, and I'm going to talk about where I see educational spaces going, and I call it Learning Commons 3.0. I'll touch on some of the interim steps that I'm seeing. I should say I consult with both school districts and architects, and actually Learning Commons 3.0 was a course I developed for an architectural group. I think what you're doing now is Learning Commons 2.0. The original Learning Commons was in universities. Architects, that's what they envision. That is not working. That does not work in K-12. So I think what everyone's working on now in all different phases is 2.0, and I'm going to talk about 3.0, leveraging some research that has been done by
some think tanks about where education is going with the user focus, personalized learning, different learning styles, and how we get to 3.0.
Yay, thank you. Okay, next.
Is it afternoon? Good afternoon. I'm Judy Morelli and I teach at Texas Women's University. And my piece is to have a conversation with you, I hope, about the vision of the Learning Commons as a foundation for a strategic opportunity for school librarians. So the perspective is from the school librarian and how she can or he can take that space and make it into the space that everyone in the school has ownership in, move it through evidence-based practice, thank you, Dr. Ross Todd, through co-teaching, thank you, Dr. Lercher, and create leaders as librarians who maximize the potential of the Learning Commons to show evidence of student achievement and teacher improvement through co-teaching in the Learning Commons. And we have an infographic to go along, and we're table 4, and Nancy and Kathy Cooper is also raising her hand there. Thank you.
Yay, thank you. Okay. Oh no, oh,
Please skip something.
she'll handle your slide.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
See, this is what happens when you're a teacher at a librarian meeting. You take over the computer. This is not me, though. Oh, this is good. My name is Ezra Murray. I'm a classroom teacher at International School at Dundee in Greenwich, Connecticut. And I'm here with our media specialist, Ms. Jenny Madoff. And we'll be talking about teacher collaboration and the way we revised teaching and learning in our school. Somebody was talking about being bubbly and bursting earlier on today. I'm one of those champagne bubbles. And when Janine and our principal walked into about a year and a half ago and saying that it's no longer going to be the media center but a learning common, I was bubbling in there. And Janine has helped me channel my bubbles, and I help channel my own students' bubbles. And we really, through co-teaching and through collaboration, really revised that unit of study, and we co-taught it, and it was a phenomenal experience. So that's what I'm going to talk about. Thank you for reminding me.
Yay, and you're at table what?
Oh, I'm 5.
You're on table 5, right over here. Okay, thanks.
So my name is Diana Rendina, and I'm going to talk a little bit about how starting a makerspace at my school transformed our library. I'm a media specialist at Stuart Middle Magnet School in Tampa, Florida, and I started there 5 years ago. And when I first got there, the library was really cluttered and neglected. The media specialist before me never read, so there were literally books that I hadn't checked out since I was born. So I had to go about transforming the space. And in 2014, I started learning about this thing called the maker movement. And I realized that it was the perfect fit for my school since we're a STEM magnet. So I started talking to teachers, sharing my idea, and we got bins of Connect's building tools donated to the library. And we put them out on some tables and wait to see what the kids were doing. They really took off with it. It transformed our space. It changed the culture of our library. It was suddenly a place that students wanted to be. And so we kept pursuing this idea further. I worked with a group of student leaders to help build our makerspace. And eventually it became that space that you see now, where it's a very interactive, hands-on learning space. The kids love to be there. We have a Lego wall and a whiteboard wall and all kinds of different spaces where the students can explore STEM in a really fun and informal environment. I'm really proud to say that now my media center is considered the hub of STEM at our school. And that transformation has really changed everything that we do.
And tell them what award you got.
Oh, I got the School Library Journal Bill Something Gold Award.
Yay.
I don't know where my tape is. I get the corner.
Okay. All right.
Hi. What if you told your students that in school they could learn anything they wanted to learn about? That's the reaction I got from my kids. They couldn't believe it. They were excited. Some of them still weren't listening, but I proposed this to my principal, and she was very excited because Genius Hour is a way kids can pick their own topics and research, and because they are intrinsically motivated about this project or topic that they're passionate about, it is life-giving to our learning commons. It's self-differentiating, it evolves as a child is researching and learning and growing. They can present in any way that they're comfortable, and 2 years ago maybe I would say this would be a very challenging and difficult thing to do, but with the advent of Google Apps and the need to meet children's multiple intelligences or focus on that, it's a wonderful thing. It takes all year to do, so it's not rushed. It's not just complexity, but more depth. And the Learning Commons has set children up to where they are able to move about freely and start thinking for themselves, so you're not hand-holding everyone. And just imagine, it's like utopian, that we're actually teaching skills in context, which doesn't happen when you are kind of separate from the classroom. And, it's hard to get with the teachers exactly on time. So come see me about Genius Hour. It's life-changing.
At table number, where are you going to be? All right, thank you.
On one of the posters we had at our table today, it said, what is your personal learning network? And one was a safe learning environment. And I want you to think of how hard that is for me to share the UTech Maker model with David and Leslie in the room. That is a safe learning environment. What I would like to share is a district vision and how we moved forward with experimenting, allowing to make mistakes. And yesterday when I was at another conference in Vancouver, I got a text from 2 teacher librarians who were part of the Learning Team grants, and they asked, we've got this great idea. We'd like to make some district maker kits and put our lessons in. What do you think? Well, I was supposed to be listening to the keynote, but I was very busy putting back happy faces. Thank you.
And you'll be at table? All right, so move to a table, and then as soon as we call time, you can move to a second table. Good luck.